Hello, guys. So, runner-ups to the most watched films throughout high school for me. I have to mention this movie because I did watch it many, many times. Mother's Day, Charles Kaufman's Mother's Day, and it is one of definitely one. I'll describe it like this: I've never felt more guilty about liking a film than this film right here because I know what it's about. It has a lot of elements like Last House on the Left and I Spit on Your Grave, but there's something about this movie. I don't know. I feel like the actors, the characters, all do a very, very well job, and you get super invested. And I think one of the things that stuck with me with this film was that it just how they kind of take you into their house. I mean, in most horror films, you don't get a point of view from the killers or the bad guys or the villains. And here, it's almost like you're a guest at their home. Like you're there, you're seeing different things, you're seeing how they live. They're almost normal, but they do these crazy things. And if you think about it, a lot of people, like serial killers and real life stuff that's happened, a lot of people, that end up snapping and doing crazy things, when people talk about them, they always say like they were like a normal person, they were a regular person, they were so nice, they were so friendly, and then they end up doing crazy, bizarre things. And this movie, and by the way, it's Eli Roth's, it's his favorite film of all time. Eli Roth, the director of Knock Knock, The Green Inferno, and of course Cabin Fever. And actually, I've seen the special features here. He talks about it in great length that he was inspired by this film, and he loves this film. I mean, it's his favorite horror film of all time. I mean, that's saying a lot. And to be honest, it's I don't know if it's one of my favorite horror films of all time, just because I do feel like it's very like kind of like Cannibal Holocaust. And my brother showed me that film, and I wouldn't watch that movie again just because it is so disturbing. But that film was pretty important because of just how it was very creative as far as how they turned the documentary into something where like they made the tribe that they went to go record make them evil, even though they weren't being the evil ones. And you got to watch it, I guess, if you want. I recommend you watch it once. This one, however, I've watched many times, I gotta say, and it's just because it's so entertaining. The script's very good, the acting's very good, and it really is a good horror film. I mean, it's what a horror film should be. It scares you. You get terrified about those characters and how people just even people that seem so normal can be crazy, and that's a terrifying thing. So another film is of course The Evil Dead. I already put The Evil Dead 2 as my top 10 most watched. This one is a very close runner-up. I wasn't included just because I did not watch it as many times as part 2. This one's a little bit slower. It is very, very good, though. It's good in its own right. Now there is a TV series for The Evil Dead on Stars, I believe. But this movie's awesome. It's awesome. When it picks up, and it doesn't let you go. Just like this hand, reaching up and grabbing this girl by the throat. It really doesn't let you go, and it's ruthless and relentless once it picks up. But it does have a slow start. However, you stick around, you're going to be very pleased if you want to see a very good horror movie and get have a good chance of getting legit scared. Point Break is another film that I really enjoy. It's one of my favorite films, and Patrick Swayze, I think he's an awesome actor. I love him, and Keanu Reeves is very good too. These guys are great actors, and I really enjoy this film. I love this film. I got to tell you, you have to watch it. This is definitely a movie that I would watch a bunch of times. Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood. Or, I'm sorry, don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Shawn Wayans and Marlon Wayans, and I mean, this movie is just over the top, ridiculous, but it's hilarious at the same time. In my opinion, it makes fun of a lot of movies like Boys in the Hood, Juice, maybe Juice 2. Yeah, I think Juice as well, and some other films. Just a bunch of movies that have to do with growing up in the ghetto and stuff like that. but it's so funny, over the top, ridiculous, hilarious, and it's a Wayne movie. They made Scary Movie, Don't Be a Menace, of course, and of course White Chicks and stuff like that. Definitely, and I would watch this movie quite a bit. Also, a movie that a lot of people don't know is Dead Alive. A lot of people don't know about this film, and I would recommend this film a lot when I was also working at Hollywood Video, along with Evil Dead, but for a different reason. I wouldn't tell people, like, if you want a straight up scary movie, watch this, or something better than The Exorcist, watch this. I would tell them, if you want to watch a good horror comedy movie that's just going to make you laugh out loud and just have a great time, I would tell them about this movie, because it does have a lot of comedy to it, and it's just so funny and scary at the same time. It's very, very entertaining. One of my favorite films personally of all time, but I would watch it a lot. I would recommend it to many people, but I probably didn't watch as much as those other 10 films that I put throughout high school, and that's just the way it was. I mean, that's just a fact. So guys, thanks a lot for checking out the video. Please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about these movies. What do you think about my most watched films? Did you used to watch them too? Are you fans of any of the film? I'm sorry, are you fans of any of the films? I was going to say that right. I should have just said it. I mean, man, maybe I don't need any editing. That's why this is uncensored, unedited, uncut, with Joey Olmeda. Oh, unwatched until now. Catch you next time.